peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go after making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we.
Trust me, man, I've been nodding my head all through the entire week, waiting for a big day like this to come our way. I am so excited about it, trust me. So, a couple of days ago, of course, I'm sure you saw the news on social media that yes, multimedia, specifically speaking, Joy Prime and Hit FM, we're going to host the brand new launch of a birth of a new album, a song that is set to inspire the entire world, Anoga Junction, coming out from our own legend, Stonebwoy. And yes, of course, we are here this afternoon, promised you 4 p.m. Yeah, and it's going to happen. So guess what? You out there, we want you to just be part of what's going to happen here. Don't forget, social media is very active. Talk to us. The excitement is high. Don't even sit down for this one. I need to be on your feet and just experience what's about to happen in here. But I'm not here alone, though. I'm doing this with my brother, KMJ. What's good, bro?
All right, so
yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, take it easy.
So let me start by saying.
All right.
The view
no, bro, hold on. Maybe I'll get those details in the album.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll get those details in the album.
It's somewhere. I mean, you know how Stonebwoy does his own thing. You know, he tries as much as possible to bring us home. Yeah, tell us a few things we don't know about home and all of that. Yeah. I'm bad with the language.
One of the main things I've been dying to ask him is exactly why the name. Why did he go for Anoga Junction?
I also look forward to that answer. You know?
I know in Kumasi there's a place Anoga Junction. It has some history of lots of woodwork going on there. Yeah. I'm trying to put the two together, but I'm sure when he comes on, he will tell us. Yes, he will tell us more about it. Listen, let me tell you something. Okay, so understand this about Stonebwoy. Now, first, the BET. Get it?
That's solid.
One. Number two. So first Ghana reggae dancehall artist to perform on the biggest reggae dancehall platform in the world. Check. Number two, right? Do you want more? Do you want more? All right, let me tell you. So first Ghanaian reggae dancehall artist to hit the Billboard chart with an album.
Check.
You want more?
I want more.
Okay, so first African reggae dancehall artist with the most international superstar collabos and many more.
Check. Man. And that sums up to legendary, man, if you ask me.
I'm telling you. And that's the reason why we're here today. It's a brand new album, birth of a brand new album, Anoga Junction, the road to Anoga Junction. There's a lot for us to, find out today. Bro, how are you feeling, though?
I'm good. I mean, talking about all the things that he's done, mentioning all the accolades and all of that, philanthropy-wise, let's talk a bit about Stonebwoy and what he's been doing. Now, the Stonebwoy established the Livingston Foundation in January 2017, and the foundation announced a sponsorship package for 5 students of the Tema Methodist Day Senior High School, his alma mater. And ever since that began, there's been lots and lots put in place to ensure that society also gets the benefit.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful.
Do you have any particular Stonebwoy song that, when you hear it, you go like, the song just gives me the goosebumps?
No lying, man. Climax or Stonebwoy.
Okay. Favorite Stonebwoy day.
Work. Make the bad man rock it. Luna great now come.
But dreads with the length of the dreads. So that video should tell you that the short dreads meant that it was a long time ago, but still bumping today, right?
Beautiful song.
I love it.
Beautiful song.
By all standards.
Yeah.
What do you think of Stonebwoy's lyrics?
He's a deep guy. I mean, if you listen to him when he's even on interviews, you sit back and say, okay, this is a guy who really thinks very deep before he asks questions and all of that. And no wonder it translates into his music. So it's all about, quality, and he gives us that. So,
Well, these are words from KMJ, but guess what? We still have people in the industry who had a few things to say about Stonebwoy. Check it out.
Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah. Tell me where we gonna run go after making our motherland a better place to live.
Hey, what's up, people? This is Mix Master Gazi, the most wanted producer. So it's all about Stonebwoy's album, Anoga Junction. So I was there when Stonebwoy called me. Said, Charlie, this is what I want to do. This is the title. I need something African on it, something special, something inspirational. So I said, okay, just give me a day. Let me just run through something. So the next day I said, oh, Stone, this is what I have. This is the beat. And trust me, we got a track 1 of the album, Le Bagbe. Yeah, it's an ever word, man. So Stonebwoy has been an artist that, hard-working artist. He works hard and smart as well. And working with him has been special. All I can say is let's all support this. it's a good thing for us. The Angloga Junction album by Stonebwoy will be one of the greatest. Straight.
Actually, Angloga Junction was ready and I wasn't part of it, but we went for Beam Nation concerts in the north, and after the concerts we had a studio set up in the hotel, so we just jammed in, and it was a party scene, so we just ended up with African party. With the second song, I wouldn't like to talk about because it should be a surprise to the fans. So how I feel about this album, Angloga Junction. I just can't wait for you all to hear this. It's massive and internationally crazy. So best wishes to this album. I just don't want to mention platforms and plugs and all, but it's just gonna be a massive one. Jano, you don't know. Shit, pow pow.
I'm Foxbeat, the producer of the 13th song on the Angloga Junction album, Title Motion. About how the song came about, I actually programmed the beat and sent it to Stonebwoy to see if he would like it. And he sent me a response back, says he liked it and he would do something with it. As we all know who Stonebwoy is, he's a beast on a beat. He just nailed it just like that. The feeling is like taking something ordinary and then making it extraordinary. Stonebwoy is really noted for his vocal dexterity, his melodies, and his transitions. That's what he brought into this song. You can feel a direct bond between him and the song. Although I've not heard all the song on the album, by seeing what he did with my beat, trust, Angloga Junction album is a timeless album. It's a lifetime album. And one God again, into the world. Yes.
And I like those words, timeless album. And also coming out from Foxbeat, he said Stonebwoy is a beast on the beat, right? I like it, a beast on the beat. Those are like, you know, yeah, crazy. And it's also brought the nostalgia to see and hear from Mix Master Ghazi as well. You know, he produced that song, Pull Up, and yeah, that jam was crazy as well. Yeah. Crazy
beautiful
jam.
Song.
I must
and
say.
I mean, you had Foxy talking about Motion. He produced that song and how it came about and all that. It tells you that most of these guys want to be working with people they know have got what it takes to put out a good record. And for me, I mean, this is absolutely beautiful for us. The entire Africa, we should celebrate this.
Celebrating. Well, Stonebwoy has been an expert of good music right here from Ghana, and it's only right that we take a word from the Minister of Arts and Culture, Barbara Oting Gyesi. She says a few things about the making and this album as well.
Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Some play. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live.
On behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, it is my pleasure to congratulate Stonebwoy on the occasion of his album Listening. We know that these are not ordinary times, but he is ensuring that he remains relevant during this very difficult period. As he launches his album and brings it to our homes virtually, I'd like to encourage the members of the general public to listen and download from the online music stores, because this is the only way that our musicians can also generate some income. Very soon, the ministry shall make available a platform where creative products can be purchased. We will also encourage all our creative industry practitioners to take advantage of the virtual space to make their performances available to the general public during this very difficult period. Congratulations, Stonebwoy, and we wish you all the best with this.
Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Some play. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live.
Well, I'm sure most of you have been waiting for this very, very moment. And the man is here, the legend is here. He joins us right now on set for a quick chit chat. Yo, Stonebwoy, what's good, bro? How you doing?
I'm checking myself.
Oh, check on.
Finally, man. Distance yourself.
Distance, and there's social distancing, you see.
Now I can.
I'm sure when you got back into town, you were quarantined, right?
Yes, I actually got into town. I don't want to mention the exact date, but I came in quite early before the lockdown.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, I got in like I think 3 days early before the lockdown. So I was lucky, but you know, I went straight into isolation for like 2 weeks and more.
Yeah.
Then immediately I came back to the house, you know, to my home. It was literally empty anyway because my kids were with their grandma.
Okay.
My wife was as well there.
Okay.
When I got back, the president had also announced. Yeah, I have two kids.
Hey, I know what I do.
Yeah.
When I will bridge, man.
Oh, you have to work. You have to work.
Yeah.
So just after 2 days.
Yes.
I think 2 or 3 days, the president announced the almighty, you know, lockdown. So for me, it's just been a long period of break, you know, from a tour cut short. But, you know, we all know the times we're in, and we can only keep praying and keeping protocols to keep safe. And I'm really happy to be here right now today,
I like
talking about this
album.
This album.
I realized that from the endorsement videos we're playing that you handpicked quite a number of producers to jump on this thing.
Actually.
What informs the decision of a producer you want to work with?
For this album, actually, a year ago, middle of 2019, we knew that we had to put up a project in 2020. Therefore, I've been sourcing to make sure that I do things that will grow me, you know, do the next things, like, you know, repetition makes you a master, but sometimes it gets boring and you have to, I love to push further. So for this album, I've handpicked some of the topmost producers, from the topmost producers, you know, to our own homegrown masterminds, you know. So you have the Fox Beats, you know, you have the Street Beats from Ghana, you have the Gazis, you have the MOGs, and then you have the American Grammy-winning
producers as well.
Dre Harris, Dre Bombay. You know, you can go check out the profile. You have Shave, you have Spanker. You have Spanker from Europe. He's behind some of the biggest tunes you and I don't even know about. You have lots of them. You know, lots of them from Jamaica, all across the globe.
Well, it actually excites me to know that, you know, you've been able to just extend your hands like that in the making of such a great album.
Yeah.
The big question that I want to ask you is, what informed the name Anloga Junction?
Thank you. You know, for the opportunity given me right now, I'd have to, you know, go detail a little.
Yeah.
When immediately I was putting together the album, I needed something that would just be like, but will still make sense and not just wow people or will get them asking what that meant. Then Anloga Junction came to mind. Naturally, I realized that I was at a point where I've had enough, not enough, we're still learning. I've had some amount of influence and inspiration from what is happening in the Western world. You know, by how our cultural, our Afrobeat, our own African music has done, you know, by what it has done and how far it has gone, you know, because I'll say that I'm part of the new school people who have also, you know, shown respect to the predecessors and added on top of what we can also do to be mentioned amongst the new school names on the continent of Africa. So with this particular project, I mean, my previous projects have seen me do the most in my area of comfort. But my area of comfort actually is more than an area. You realize that I go everywhere. I can jump on even a ballet rhythm, you know. So with that in mind, I realized that, okay, this is time to put together that influence and this influence together at this juncture. And at this juncture, I'm at the Anloga Junction.
I like that.
Where Anloga represents for every inspiration from home. And from the roots, and junction as an English word also literally represents for the inspiration and influence from the West.
That's fantastic. One tweet, my last question for this one tweet from you sparked social media saying that it's been 10 years since Kerry Hilson jumped on any song and you're most honored to have her. What did it mean for you, for even her to be on your music and on the whole album?
This was supposed to happen and it's divine, you know, because I believe a lot in putting your mind to the stuff that you want to do. Some people say mind over matter. Because there's actually too much power, you know, in the mind. And so therefore, we started putting together the album and I got to, and whilst on tour, because I've been traveling around a lot, you know, connecting the dots and pushing the music. So one time, I think a friend of mine called me at dawn one time. I'm like, yo, killer, wake up, what be the vibe? Charlie, I just meet somebody way, Charlie, you know, say, yeah, way, it be who I say. I say, huh? Oh, for real?
For real?
And that's such a beautiful story. A friend of mine, Dusty, met Kerry on a flight and didn't even know it was her. And later when they realized it, and the man was like, yeah, that was Kerry. That was Spark Music Mind. So you would actually think through which of your friends is an artist as well to, to vibe with.
Yeah.
We all do that.
Yeah.
He called me up and then guess what? I was few days I was supposed to be in the States.
Okay.
So I was in the States, and then it also happened that Kerry was going to Atlanta at the time.
Okay.
So, and I was also going to Atlanta after a few days. Okay. So it was just like divine planning. So I jumped in, I went to Atlanta, we went to her studio. And, I've been a fan of Kerry Hilson as well because I am quality over popularity.
Okay.
I'm quality over quantity.
Yeah.
If you pick my albums and the songs that I do, I've featured people that I've featured with artists that a lot more don't know. Just because they may not be too popular. But when it comes to music, I love my music.
If I hand the mic over to you, we'll never end this conversation.
You know, right?
Yeah. But I know it's a big one. So if you have questions as well, the social media is buzzing. Twitter, Facebook, Flow. Let them come in. Don't forget to add the hashtag. Okay, Anloga Junction, so that we can get your questions over. Yeah. But right now we're going to take a quick break, and we come back. Performances from the legend himself, Stonebwoy. So if you love more of this, just sit back, relax, and we'll be right back.
Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna. Making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace. Motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and air. Son the blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better.
See me and no see me failure and no for me. None of no bad man can well have way check me. See them and me know they can. Die today. If I die, tell them say I'm a hero. Listen, a long time and a rocker. When me name call 50,000 man gather. Go out, come cutting with that sharp dagger from the waist, come face the wheel. Bull chop on no head away. Hide and seek gangster, afraid away. Although say we humble, trade on, violate and you're dead, straight away. Say that who them a traffic kill? Who them a traffic kill? I'm protected, man untouchable, yeah. Yeah. Tell them say that I'm a Tell them say I'm a hey. If I die today, yeah, yeah, yes, I big up on yourself. Big up to every hero in these times right now. Go by the name Stonebwoy, taking it easy from top to the ground. It's all about the Anglogga Junction. I'm gonna be doing a few songs from the previous albums here. To the word. Yeah. In these times, you know, you have to be tough, you know. You have to be tough to survive. Me see them clearly now, looking for reasons to take me down. Ignorance plants envy now. Anyhow, bless man, bless from a long time. When no can touch me, man, a sunshine. I'm burning, I fall in the night and I rise in the morning. Only if they knew that I am a seed, they will never dig me down. Only if they knew that I am a seed, they will never dig me down. Ah, boy, tough, tough. Them have to know I'm a. Them have to know I'm a. Them have to know I'm a. So we do it now. Them have to know I'm a top. Them got to know I'm a top. They got to know I'm a. Listen now, we never cool it. Continue to push it. I keep it burning on, yeah. And as them blessed, them gonna dig me. Them no know them, they do me. Give me the drop upon them. We are the one that put the pressure upon them. In everything we do, we never wrong them. See how them in a evil deed on them, scorn them. Them test whip on the back of field and we don't them. Them are no warrior at kingdom. For the ghetto youth to sing this anthem. Oh, only if they knew that I they will never dig me down. Said only if they knew that I am a seed, they will never dig me down. Ah, why? Me tell them tough, them have to know I'm a. In this corona time, you have it. Them have to know I'm a. So we do it, you know, tough. Them have to know I'm a. In this corona time, you have it tough. Them have to know I'm a tough. Take it on. Me see them clearly now, looking for reasons to take me down. We can't go down there. Give me the next thing. Warm to some boy. We're taking it calm and easy on a Thursday afternoon. Hey, hey. Hey. Watch this. All right, boy again. Yeah. Tell them, oh yeah. Don't boy again. I'm out the TV road to Anglogga Junction. Well, if a party me, I do it well proper. Me no look nobody face, no papa. Clean under papa, my waist a lead and copper. Man a ragamuffin, not a rapper. Check my settings, can't find no iOS on my. Stronger than SOS, a gal a fly over for the same old flex. And that I make a next man vex, because me do me. Me clean up alley. Say that no chicken I know. Me just a do me work. Tell them people there. When a sound boy drop it, the whole place shot like rocket. People there. And when the bad man clap it, watch the girl them twerk it. When Stonebwoy come represent Multi TV and Anglogah Junction. We're taking it easy once and once now. Hey, big up all and now watch me. Watch this. Well, baseline alone I take up people's shoes and slipper. Make them dance barefoot like Muta Baruka. Batman play me not talk about soccer nor snow. And rockabilly when I come close. Well, don't need nagan at them at dance the golden creeper. As I'm toy them, coupled up with Al-Qaeda. Bim nation to the world, me a the leader. We do up every road and make it free. Because we do we work. We clean up all the dirt. Say that no chicken and no dirt. Just I do me work. People dead. So when the Stonebwoy chop it, the whole place shall like rocket. And when the bad man clap it, oi, watch the girl them twerk it. And when Beam Nation come clap it, all will hear the fire burning. I know it's a Beam Nation president, you know. Look, Pam, you know. All right. Well, as you see me so, looking at me, and you know, say, I be the burning fire, burning everywhere. Tell him, cannot retire. You see the talent with the carry overload. Multi TV Joy Prime. Well, feel I'm for it, you know, call me. Feel I'm for, it no be my turn. Feel I'm for. Now so I go there. Feel I'm for ways, give me the dirty wine. Wine me, girl, this band can make too much sense. Anybody watching right now, yo, put up on the trigger finger right now. Where we tell them, boy, I go to pepper them. Go to pepper them. Hey, I go to pepper them. Take it on. All right, I'm going to jump into two songs of my first album, Grade 1. It was released in 2012. And I say a very, 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 very big thank you to the Godfather Samini. You know, I recorded this album under his watch. Big ups to Red Eye 212 JMJ for producing. Big ups to Ephraim. Big ups to Ghazi. All this bridging were there for me. 2012, I released my first album called Grade 1. And the first celebrity, the only celebrity at the time that came to the album launch was Lydia Forsing. I love you so much, you know, I remember that, I can't forget. And today we're here. Big ups to every other person I saw. Big ups to everybody who's been there, man. So we take that one and then, quick and fast, you know, we're not have time to waste, you know. I know you guys should remember this one. Who's the ghetto life? To that other life, them living in on the estate. I'm gonna be my wife, so she not go break no rules and I state. Together like the sea and shore, stuck for eternity and yes for sure. Oh, yeah. I just have got to yearn for more. And don't bother about another gal up more, my girl. From the ghetto where we born and grow, it's only our kind of love we know. Not gonna stop us now. We're loving you till we grow. My boy, from the ghetto where we born and grow, it's only our kind of love we know. Not gonna stop us now. We're loving you till we grow. Yeah. I love you more. Cause from the ghetto where we born and grow, you are the only one that I know. Yeah. I love you more. From the ghetto where we born and grow, you are the only one that I know. Listen, free and upper, ekosi and a Jew. Oh boy, you know, can't do nothing without you. And from the things you do to me, my baby, yeah, makes me wanna be with you. Give me a drop, well, that's fire. You alone represent the wood, you know, fire. to give you whatever you desire. Lifetime service, no, we not go retire. We're reaching up higher. Hold my hands, let's play and dance together. Big up yourself, Irene Logan, on this one, yeah? Every ghetto girl, my girl, from the ghetto where we born and grow. It's only our kind of love we know, and nothing not gonna stop us now. We loving you still we go. From the ghetto where we born and grow. It's only our kind of love we know. Nothing not gonna stop us now. We loving you still we go. Yeah. I love you more. From the ghetto where we born and grow. You are the only one that I know. My ghetto girl, I love you more. Because from the ghetto where we born and grow. Don't know anything gonna my next thing, no time for waste. Tell a friend to tell a friend, Stonebwoy on Joy Prime right now, Multi TV. Go stream the thing them on my YouTube. Fire time, you know, Road to Anglogga Junction. And on that note, you guys remember this one? Yes, big up to Samini on this one, same way. Ayagayoy. Say up to the climax, up to the energy. See the girl one that's the remedy. Cannot hold we down. We are gonna party wild. Say up to the climax, up to the See the girls one that's the melody. Cannot hold we down. We are gonna party while so our spot da boom. And yum bini and yum tasum by what the bet to I don't go. Spot da boom. And yum bini and yum ta by what the bet to I don't go. Hey, say we run the whole city, cause we are hotter. Go like ice and we no matter. We make the girl them scream. Everywhere we go, them see we in a them team. Come me and the father, Sassamini go harder. We no care, we no bother, we cross every border. With melody and swagger, the party depends on our shoulder. Over the hills and valley, African girls, them are young. Them want the sweet mistake, so we push up the tempo. See the way the whole of them are chase. We no want no rat race. Then want we more, so we give them more of it. Make real heat and we not do no counterfeit. Set up the pace and raise them follow it. I the burn it on, boom. I the burn it on, boom. I the burn it on, yeah. This song actually outlawed the term beam. 2012, and you don't know, recorded in 2011. Big up on yourself as the Road to Anglogga Junction from way back. Pull it up. Let's take it to the next one. And the next album I drop after grade 1 is called Necessary Evil. I'm going to do 2 songs off that and then we get going. Big up on yourself. And you're tuning in right now, you know, to Joy Prime, Hits FM, Multi TV, Multimedia, the whole team. Thank you very much for making this happen. You don't know, send it. Ah boy, ah boy, ah boy. You know what? Ah boy, hey, ah boy, yeah. Ah boy, tell them ah one. And when we say, let's talk do more. Me a roll up meeting in American night. Them the spread rumor, Rasta, Beijing, Magana, hey. Pick up the ghetto you to them from Honolulu to Ghana, hey. So we they born to you more high grade than our notes it's on, yeah. Any man just stop, we shine, we no work with them. And not them what we a work with. Any man try kill, we vibe, we no work with them. And not them what we a work with. Bafira, la la li li la lo, la 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 li li la lo le. I just come up my eye, cause I see many past this one. La la li li la lo, la 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 li li la lo le. Just come up my eye, cause I see many past this one. Whoa, whoa, la la li li la lo, la 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 li li la lo le. I just come up my eye. Listen, many rise, many fall, many price, many door. Many sacrifice, but some get all. Some they rob Peter to go pay Paul. Anyway, so long as we live and pray, God not lead we astray. So me no look back and me no take chat. Me just a kill them in a million way. La la li li la lo, la 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 li li la lo le. I just come out my eye cause I see many past this one. La la li li la lo, la 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 li li la lo le. I just come out my eye. Take it out. Let me try to do sax rap. Big up to Sarkodie on this one. I'm gonna try if I can remember 2 lines or 3 lines, but I know you guys watching can sing it better. Or see me here then. Hey, let's say na tweet and we are saying, pull up. Yeah, give me the next thing. What name? This one's called Rango. Hey, beats like hey, Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah. Hey. Tell me where we gonna Rango. After making my motherland a better place to live.
Tell me where we gonna Rango.
When them say we have to pay for the oxygen we breathe.
And so we know Mr. Big Man.
You know, they say everybody want to go Rango offering. Simple life. It's all we want to. Give me the food and give me the clothes and give me the love and give me shelter. Simple life. It's all we want to. Give me the food and give me the clothes and give me the love and give me all. Hey, enough to hear me please. And this is one you sang me, I sing from the deep. Down in my heart and me, I feel like to weep. Well, if I think I go on where the people can't speak, can. But if some boy me come here suffer, you are the one to make life easy. Same you and make it harder. After everybody mash up and there is no way to scatter. Tell me where we gonna Rango. After making our motherland a better place to live.
Tell me where we gonna Rango.
When them say we have to pay for the oxygen we breathe.
And so we know Mr. Big Man.
You know see Corona come fi mash up the whole place again pon this simple life. It's all we want to. Give me the food and give me the clothes and give me the love and give me shelter. Oh, simple life. It's all we want to live. We just want the African leaders to come together, you know, and salvage our continent. But not for them sell out, burn them sell out. Feel selfishness, me see them sell out. Greedy life, speedy life, them tell a lie. The truths they will always try to hide. Oh yeah. Call a spade and don't call it a dagger. Living big at the expense of a brother. You don't have no pride, you think you rich, you is a robber. God never forsake the poor. Call a spade and don't call it a dagger, no way.
Expense of a brother.
John, why not? Just tell me. Tell me where we gonna Rango. After making our motherland a better place to live.
Tell me where we gonna Rango.
When them say we have to pay for the oxygen we breathe.
And so we know Mr. Big Man.
You know, sister, everybody want to go Rango offering.
Simple life.
Everybody watching in West Africa.
We want to live.
Gambia, Sierra Leone, the whole of Africa watching right now on DS Steven and them things. Simple life. It's gonna be alright in this Corona season. Give me the food and give me the clothes and give me the love and give me. This one is called Black People, you know. To seal it up, you don't know, you know. I came with a guitar and a keyboard and 2 BVs, so I can break it down for everybody watching from their homes. See, what about some skirts to cover up the ass though? You better show the reality behind the scenes. What about some dreadlocks? What about some rasta? What about believing in yourself and not a pastor? Don't you forget the struggle of race is real. I'm losing myself as a black man in this world. I'm losing identity in this society. I'm losing myself
As a black man in this world, I'm losing identity. Black men, can't you see that they don't want you to know that you are the best of all amongst us all? Black people, that they don't want you to know that you are
the best of all. Amongst us all.
Take it on. We're not gonna pretend that we don't see what going on in China, you know. We're not gonna pretend that we don't see what going on in the world, you know. So youths like me and the people know, you know. So I just put it in the music and I say it because it's real. Listen, it says, so when it is black it's bad, but when it is white it's good. Oh, what a mindset. And it hurt me so bad to realize that a lot of black people, they hate themselves as a people. They feel so weak and feeble, yeah. Which is not supposed to be that way. I'm losing myself as a black man in this world. Said I'm losing identity in this society. I'm losing myself as a black man in this world. I'm losing identity. Black men, can't you see that they don't want you to know that you are the best of all amongst us all? Black people, that they don't want you to know that you are the best of all. Listen to that part here. Listen, take it on. See me, I wonder why Africa can't unite. We sell out the visionary leaders overnight. 60 billion for all of this bauxite. Looks like black people don't have no foresight. And timber, diamond, and tanzanite. For all of this, all the bombs are ignite. You know, see, it's a genocide. Physical and mental genocide, yeah. I'm losing myself as a black man in this world. I'm losing identity in this society. I'm losing myself
as a black man in this world.
I'm
losing identity.
Black man, don't you see that they don't want you to know that you are the best of all, yeah, amongst us all, black people.
To know that you are the best of all amongst us all created.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Big up yourself, black people. Rise as a mighty race, you know, or else you lose twice in the battle of life. So I'm going to do the last one, which is called Episodes of Mama, 2 songs. And then we'll take it from there. Thank you for tuning in. I go by the name Stonebwoy. I broke it down for you to feel the vibes, you know, because most times, many of the artists hide behind the instrument and they don't say nothing. It's up to the time we have to represent for the continent with the vibes. Seeing? Give me the last one, I will cut off. Give me the beat. Straight beat. Yeah, yeah. I listen to the part, yeah. Said I what do them. Let me give them another big shot banger. Let me take away back into December. Me remember the thing where we do just between me and you, mommy, da, me, denda. In a the dirty Avenger. Say, girl, you promise me, say you surrender. Say me and you, we go die together. But you put my life in danger. I never know you and I, we go be over. Never know you and I, we go be over. Wherever you there, I know you're missing me. I pray you find someone just like me. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Listen. Are they counting me? It be 90 minutes, say you the see, I'm feely. Don't be silly. I bet now where they willy himself every day you they calling me. You don't want my money, every day you they Scampera, Mimpede, Wango as Dusty, Dembele, Katia Yala, Yapanda Fala, Yapanda Sala, na contra by my telele, y'all say she wants some danglele. After she say pande champelele, Chuben Kamini Matelele, Mangelele. Ah, I buy a like it. Me put it in her mouth and she want bite it. Things that are ready and me have to strike it. Like a baby pelele in the 90s. Me tell her this, deal with it, deal with it, deal with the thing that my telele. Deal with it, a bag of thing where I wonder. My telele. When the body broke and shot, make man of it to walk past. My telele. Say she go give me the body, oh. She no want your money, oh. My telele. Them they think you be arrow. To party of the caro, my telele. Eh, telele, if you don't go. Telele, telele. What's up, world? Thank you for tuning in. Road to Angloga Junction. Yeah, man, we're still here. Yeah. I don't go fit to do the work without a pay. Imagine a fool for running at it, maybe yeah, so. Muma minchi many, see where I be over Guru, my nigga pass me the beer. If you work with a do, with a hustle for heavy, say, no more hello dress, I want to wear designer. I'm a sema so much shabby. I want the things we find now. Obi ba money mio. Obi ba money mio. Wa. Hey. Obi ba money me. Hey. Obi ba money mio. Wa. Obi ba money mio. Money mio. Say the DHL. Flight BM2 into Obi body and the Fafani DHL. And I say Meli no. Adrian so ye Meli so they are not just hey, Obi ba money me. Obi ba money me. Take it out. What's it? Oh, the enemy. Into a money me Moogis. I'm a semafi with the do. It's been a long time, girl, mommy anymore. I know they complain, mama. It is enemy for the container, ma. Say one to me, and we must say we'll all be the festival. What do we phone? What's that subium? I'll be the festival. Oh, I wish that I have we like a dove. I will fly away. Yeah. Oh, be by money, mio. Money, mio. Oh, be by money, mio. Whoa. Oh, be by money, mio. Oh. Oh, be by money, mio. Tia, Scampe them, boom, some podum, simbolobum, pimpedimpa, porocotum. Oh, I. Some call down me dream responsibility, see me now, so. Maswa obida bana komani ne crazy me triso. Me mo bia rambetiti ente mo de be de me swada away. Oh, I never them they jealous me, yeah. Cause she love me alone and you know I know too I see, yeah. Me so me pe was only you I dey see, yeah. Me no see no other girl on them one way rushing on me, dear. Baba bam bi bembe, asabra chef asabe o many into the eye. Asabra chef asabe o many. Asabra chef asabe o many. Tell me who and your tree. Tell me who and your tree cry. Tell me who and your tree. Etuem, Sambedem, Umbodom, Celebedem, Swampodompa, Ashborokotom, Abano. I want to make you know, say you be special, sing it again. My love for you.
All right, so Stonebwoy, right about now here. And it's all about the album Listening on Rock Junction. And trust me, this is back-to-back performance, live band by the man Stonebwoy. Such a great performer. And I'm absolutely excited about this, all right? So people, would like to say a big thank you for, staying tuned. We've still got some more coming up right here on the album listening session of Stonebwoy. And of course, would like to say a big thank you to Logi Travel and Tours, Hit 103.9 FM, and of course, Joy Prime putting this together and making sure for the first time of its kind it happens for television viewing. Of course, we're going to go for a quick endorsement. When I come back, myself and Jay will be analyzing some of the things that have been happening. Of course, your comments on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, our live feed as well. Stonebwoy is going to be answering your questions over here, and we're doing this till 6 p.m. So make sure that you tell your friends and let them know that we're live, it's happening, it's going down in history, and if you're not part of it, it's your fault. Let's take this quick. When I come back, we're still on.
Where you gonna run go? Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go? After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me.
Yo, Ghana, Africa, world. This your boy DJ Justice, founder of the Justice Experience, 2 times Artist DJ of the Year, and also official DJ for Stonebwoy. Watch out for the baddest and the craziest album to hit the world soon. Let's meet at Angloga Junction. Beam to the world.
Hey y'all, Carrie Hilston here. You guys go get my boy Stonebwoy's album Angloga Junction featuring me and so many others. It's such an incredible project. I'm so proud to be a part of it. It's amazing. It is one amazing piece of work. Thank you, Stone, for everything. You were a pleasure to work with. Dre Bombay, thank you so much for coming through. The legendary Dre Bombay, Andre Harris, thank you so much for producing this masterpiece. I enjoy the song, I love the song, the video's fire, everything is beam. Anyway, Ghana, I can't wait to come back and perform for you guys. I will also tell you guys how this came to be. It was one of those chance meetings that you just kind of know the universe is working in your favor. This is how it happened. I'm walking on a jetway from LA to Atlanta back when we could fly. And so there's a guy in front of me who witnessed something that happened random that we just started small talking about. And so all the way down the jetway, he's telling me where he's from. He's from Ghana, blah, blah, blah. Then he learns my name, or maybe at some point figures out who I am. Shout out to Dusty. Anyway, he says he's friends with Stonebwoy. I check out Stonebwoy's music immediately, and I'm like, oh, I know this guy. I had some awareness. I can't remember what song I knew of his, but I was aware of him. And he was dope. And so Dusty was like, yo, I should get you guys together. And I was like, sure. He's like, can I have your info? I was like, sure. I was on my way to Atlanta. And a few days later, I had to work with Andre Harris. Not had to, I got the opportunity to work with Andre Harris, Dre Bombay. And so he was already in town. He had been recently to South Africa. He's already done a lot of reggae, but he was working on the Saudi Soul album, and he was kind of really in the moment at the time. So it was really, really dope. It was an honor to have both of them in the room at the same time, and for everything to just flow. As soon as the first keys that Dre played were just magical. So I meet Stone. He comes in the room. He's such a bright light. He comes with Selassie. He brings a writer, producer, engineer named Selassie, who I believe lives between here and Ghana. And we had met before, so it was a great synergy. But Stone is just a great person. He's one of those people, you know what I mean? Like, he's got such a great heart. He's one of the few whose music truly does speak to who he truly is, meaning he's a great, great energy. He's a really good guy. and has been a great friend to me ever since meeting. You know, I mean, we have talked throughout the quarantine. We shot the video just before this pandemic hit, thank God. And so now we've got music and things that you guys can enjoy during your quarantine. I hope you like it. I love the album. I love the song. I love the video. I love the project. I love Stonebwoy. I love his music. I love you guys. So I'll see you in this way very soon. I'm here self-quarantined, and I love you. Ghana, all of Africa, the entire diaspora. I'll be enjoying as a fan. I love you guys. Thank you, Stone, for having me be a part of your project.
What's up, y'all? This is Denzel Williams, director for Nominate. Stonebwoy, Carrie Hilson.
I don't know video shoot. That's all. Move it outside. Look off it, man. Hard move.
Hey, what's up? Nice to find you. Good? How's everything going? You good? Yeah,
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Carrie. Baby, we are here on the set of Nominate with your boy, Stonebwoy.
Also, BTS, don't know, Nominated is big respect to the whole crew production. We're not sleeping, we're still out here putting in the work. Don't know. It's a mad thing, it's a big thing.
Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to leave. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go.
Okay, so you want to tell me where you're going to run go if indeed they mess up the system for us. And this is a song that tells a lot of things happening around the world. And of course, we're still here, and it's all about the album listening session for the man Stormboy and Anloga Junction. And that's what we're doing. Now, we're getting into some of your messages that you've brought on social media, our live feed and everything. We're talking about it. As we do that, Stormboy is going to be here to answer some of the questions that you're sending to us. Checking on my console right now on WhatsApp, it's crazy. Some of the things you guys want to know about him and the album itself. We're going to be digging into all of that. But I would like to say a big thank you once again to Logic Travel and Tours. They made this possible. Of course, Hits 103.9 FM, we're live. And also Joy Prime, like you're watching right there now. So the hashtags, make sure you get them going. And let's have a good time. Stormboy himself, the Beam Nation, also heavily supporting this. And it's exciting to have this done. Stormboy, Charlie, once again, man.
Yeah, man.
I know the exercise too, man.
No, you do exercise. If you over-exercise,
no, but your exercise is tough.
You won't be over-exercise.
But I mean, this is exciting, and I'm happy about this because even prior to this moment that we're having, you've achieved so much on social media with regards to this album. How does that make you feel? Before we get to some of the questions from the fans.
In regards to what's going on social media, I mean, we work for the people, literally. So if we are able to get to have this attention, then I think it doesn't come by chance. You have to, you have to sound the alarm for them to know, and it has to be something worth listening to or worth their while. So I'm grateful that these people have always given me their time, have always given me their all to listen to what I have to say musically and the rest.
Right. All right, so let's get into some of the messages from social media. Before that, there's one man called Dat Edu, and he's a big fan of you and Joy Prime. He's inside Asalam Down. It's his birthday today, and he's super excited that you're doing this today, and it's his birthday today. Yeah, so Dat Edu, this is going out to you wherever you find yourself at Asalam Down. You are an event organizer, and you're watching us right about now. It's your birthday. Happy birthday going out to you. Stormboy is here to support that as well. So yeah. Now, first question says that please ask something, whether there is an inspiration from your mom on this album, and it says, I love you, I got. This is from Top Prince.
Thank you very much. Without our mothers, we wouldn't be alive in any way. So regardless, it doesn't have to be directly inspired, but it's always, there's always we have to give thanks to our parents and our mothers, literally. So she's always been a part of my journey and forever will be my inspiration. Yeah, man.
Okay, the next one over here says, my name is David inside Brekum. I'm watching you live, and I'll ask, Stormboy is nothing but blessing from the Most High. Keep the fire burning. So this one wants to keep you going. Let me see if I can get another one over here. This one says, watching you live from Koforidia, and it says, Anloga Junction, the hashtag. This is from Big Dog. And let me see. This one over here says that, hello, J and KMG, I'm watching you guys inside Nungwa. Stormboy is so deep and can speak very good English. I'm John Akpalu from Nungwa.
Thank you.
Let me get to the next one, which will be a question. And it says that, hi, my name is Kwame. I want to find out, Stormboy did a couple of short videos during his collections on YouTube from some of the places that you went to, and he's asking, are you going to put that together as a documentary?
Yeah, there is
something you want to be doing with that?
Yes, there is. Actually, there's a documentary for the whole trip, for the whole movement. We were on tour actually with the album plan, rollout, and everything. So it's unfortunate, but there's always a good thing out of any situation that happens. It depends on how you see it or where you look at it from. We wouldn't be here right now if all this didn't happen. It would have been the other plans before now, because the whole Ghana activation was slated for somewhere June, July, thereabouts for this whole project. But we have had to push it back and adjust certain things because we all know the world. We all know what's going on in the world right now, and we have to still find positive ways in reaching out to people with our creativity. So definitely, man, we have all that put together. You're going to have a documentary. Just subscribe on the YouTube, Stonebwoy, and there's so many things coming your way,
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's go on Twitter right now. And this one says one rule. And it says, KMJ, Jefoli, please ask Stonebwoy that why did he put his godfather, Samini Dagati, on the Anloga Junction? Why didn't you put him on the album?
Thank you. Big respect to Bossman Samini, But only Kojo Antwi made it as a Ghanaian feature. I think that was the plan. There was no deliberate plan to take off anybody or not feature anybody or not have, any Ghanaian artist, especially Samini, my boss man, on there. It's not deliberate. It only happened that he's not on the album. That's it.
Okay, so I mean, he's put his fatherly role, everything behind you, I guess.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get into more messages. And this one says that the safest nation is Big Nation. That's on Twitter. And this one says the way he wrote the half, he didn't finish up with that. Let me still try and see if I can. This one says, I'm already there. That's my channel for today. Okay, so those who are actually watching us right now, I'm still trying to get some messages. But let me find out from you. You put a lot of effort into this album. For example, if you look at Epistles of Mama and what you've put into this one, it looks like everybody's talking about this and the effort you put into it. Now, let's talk. What are you going to do to make sure that you maximize profit with regards to the effort you've put into this?
Thank you very much. That's another part that you guys don't really ask us.
I know, right?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, when it comes to the business sense, all musicians, all creatives are selling something, are selling a product.
Absolutely.
You're selling a brand, you're selling a name. However you drive it, people have their individual strengths in different areas of the same market. So primarily, we all wish to provide a certain service, which is musical service, because people see you and they're happy. We do a lot, even as stars like yourself, somebody sees you on TV and their day is made. That is like a service provided in a business field, So that's how much more, artists and musicians creating musical PCs we have to spend on the production, we have to copyright, royalties, so...
Piracy
and all of that. So we are managing, definitely, but it gives us joy that this is what we love to do, is our passion, and therefore we put in blood, sweat, and tears, business. We put in money and energy and everything, and whatever you put into something, I'm a God believer, and I know you're going to reap it back. Not probably the same way as you think, but in diverse ways.
Not to catch you, but in terms of structures, you mean that you've put a lot of structures to ensure you reap,
definitely,
you get back what you put into this very album, I guess.
Definitely. That's on that note, I say big ups to all of the people who have been a part of it, from the producers to the musicians themselves, and all. Big ups to the freedom movement, Nana Kwame Bediakun, big ups to him and all these people, because these are all brothers who keep mankind going and vibing and teaching us certain steps, Yeah, man.
All right, so this message over here says, hi, being president, you're blazing. This is, I'm Stino, the Humble, watching you. I want to know, will you and Samini give us a good collaboration again? Bim, that's what he's asking.
Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, from the last time that I remember, me and the Godfather Samini spoke about collaboration, he had sent me a number of rhythms for us to work on, but we haven't slated on one yet. I was actually of the motion that we needed to we needed to hear that vibe to know that's the vibe, you know what I mean? So I think that most definitely when the time allows us, we will bring out something that will be worth it. Most often you rush things. Sometimes, I mean, I say it as real as it is so that people can understand the vibes, When you take a song like, we're talking about Anloga Junction, but it's music. This is my Godfather Samini out here. When you take, okay, let me not go there. Like, people anticipate things, and they see it from their angle only.
Yeah.
you know, feeling that we don't want to make it happen for them.
Yeah.
But until it's right from where we stand, it wouldn't work for them even eventually. You know, so
all this is about putting them in the picture first and also making sure that it's a good jam.
Yeah, man.
Okay, this one says, Angoga Junction. My name is Daniel, and I want to dedicate Stoneboy's album launch to my sweetheart Beatrice in Kumasi.
Thank you.
And it says that Stoneboy, you should come to Kumasi for the show after the lockdown. So are you looking forward to that? Something in Kumasi?
Kumasi is in the pipeline for something later. Yeah, we're considering Kumasi. You know, the last year we did the Beam concert in the north. So Kumasi and Takoradi are in considerations for the next one. So that could be the biggest thing that I think I can bring their way, you know. But
I know you've done, I mean, we'll be wrapping up very soon, but I know you've done a lot of collabos with a lot of people, and you've derived different inspiration from those people. Working on this very album, who is that particular artist that after the whole tune was done, you sat there and said, you know what, I've done a lot with people, but this one is it?
You're putting me in a corner again, Charlie. I'm never really able to answer these questions because everybody is super great. But in the end, I say Kerry Hilson because working with women is a different movement, you know. And then working with a superstar like Kerry Hilson who has seen it all, done it all. I mean, I hardly thought we were going to be good friends, you know.
Okay.
But when you connect on certain levels, and even the way it happened, the story and all these things, you find out that it's divine, is like I was saying earlier on, mind over matter and focus and just how you make it work. But you have to be fit for that, you know, because we have done a lot of work internationally, you know, and our profile is really tall. Yeah. It may not be known to every single Ghanaian, but for the standards, when you put it down, you know the levels we're talking when the name Stoneboy is mentioned.
Yeah.
Exactly. So these and more have opened ways for me, you know, and I've made it possible for such and such people like Diamond Platinums, like, you know, Kerry Hilson herself for us to get to this point, you know, Jamil, Kojo Entry,
and every other person on it, all right? So, Stoneboy is still going to be here to give us performances from the new album. I'm sure you're waiting for that. So, we're going to go for a quick one, but we'd like to say a big thank you to Logi Travel and Tours, and Hits 103.9 FM, and of course, Joy Prime, and the Beam Nation itself for making this one happen as well. Freedom Movement is what is going on right now. But don't forget that he's going to be breaking down the timing that the album itself is going to be out tomorrow. We have other things that he's going to be breaking it down to you when he comes back later on, some other projects that have been put together for this very course. So make sure you tune in. Don't tune off yet. We're still here, and it's all about the Anloga album.
Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Some blame. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna. Iscan the king, call reggae music. Big nation I represent, I can't refuse it. Music for the soul and the heart. Let you get on me general. Yeah. Oh, oh, ooh, ooh, yeah. Oh, ooh, ooh, yeah. Oh, ooh, ooh, yeah. After you make it, better what will you keep around you? None of them are fake it. Tough time come, them no sticking with you. Don't come in there. If you don't hustle with me from the beginning, oh what a shame. Why do you want me to fail at the end of the day? Don't come in there. If you don't hustle with me from the beginning, oh what a shame. Why do you want me to fail at the end of the day? What am I to do? Another girl falling again. What am I to do? Man falling in trouble again. What am I to do? Another girl falling again. What am I to do? Ooh, ooh. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Stoneboy, oh yeah, oh yeah. The Paris, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Girl you there enter my system. You teach my heart to go. So give me the letter. So girl, you just got to me, yeah, yeah. I need the matter to me, yeah, yeah. Ooh, you the fatter to me, yeah, yeah. The way you walk and the way you move.
You the scatter to me, yeah. You the torture to me, yeah. Now I'm gone, I can hardly breathe. I'm so gone by the things you do.
Sikili talala ngabo,
Ngabo,
ngona,
ngona,
ngabo,
ngabo,
sikili talala ngabo,
ngabo,
ngona,
ngona,
ngabo.
ngabo.
Tell them say we bad whenever we pull over. Impossible to pull up. Tell them say we bad so long as they gun them rise, them must have to blow. Tell them say we bad. We got a raging temper and who feels it no. Tell them say we bad. It's an attacking thing, man. A real bad man in a real life. When me say bad, you don't know when me mean a wicked person, a riff, a thief, or a fraud. Bad man always suffer ready for the road and defend fame, one whether a home or abroad. Feel I'm funny, she no bother me. Feel I'm for heart, it no be my concern. Feel I'm for head, it no call me. Now so I go they force them to play nonsense. Feel I'm for ways, give me the dirty whiny. This banger make too much sense. My girl, yeah. And to the beat I hate at them every single day. I go they pepper them, pepper them, pepper them, pepper them, pepper them, pepper them. I go they pepper them, pepper them, pepper them, pepper them, pepper them, pepper them. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah, I be some here. Some play. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And yes, we are live on set. Well, still here inside our studios. If you just tuned in, guess what? I must say you've missed quite a number of things that have happened here so far. But guess what? The bigger one is still yet to come, because come tomorrow, I tell you what, the first song that's going to drop off the album is the one featuring Kerry Hilson. So you better stay glued to the station, this channel, and of course to all our social media pages, because we'll definitely share the links on there for you to jam to as well. But anyway, we're going to go into a session with, again with Stonebwoy. He's going to perform songs off the album. Before we do that, of course, I've got my guest in here to help me, dissect, listen, digest, absorb, consume, all the words you want to use about the album as well. So, Doreen, how you doing?
I'm good.
Anna, how you doing?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm sure you're staying COVID-ridiculously away,
yeah,
right?
It's like,
I'm
yeah.
trying to create my own words. Okay, real quick, Anna, let me start off with you. Anticipation for the album.
I mean, he's a global artist.
Yes.
When it comes to stage car performance, he's top notch.
Yeah.
So my expectations are quite high. Very high. Very high.
Oh, trust me, he's not going to deceive you. He's not going to bring you down in any way. Trust me. What about you?
For me, it's a done deal. It's like every year when Stonebwoy decides to bring out something, it's always a done deal. So I'm just looking out for the best, and I know that I'm going to be surprised again. Puts in so much when it comes to his works.
Well, he chose Kojo Antwi as one of the Ghanaian artists to feature on this album, and that tells you Kojo Antwi is a high life artist. Does it tell you anything about collaborating reggae, dancehall, high life music?
Yeah. First of all, it tells us about the versatility of Stonebwoy. The fact that he is very comfortable in every genre of music, from reggae, dancehall to Afrobeats to high life. Again, it also tells us about the recognition he gives to the legends. I mean, we saw what he did with Sobolo. I mean, paying homage to Dr. Bawo and stuff like that. So for him to actually tap into Kojo Antwi's talent and experience, for me, I think it's something we need to applaud him for.
Well, these are definitely not ordinary times, and I mean, he mentioned earlier on about how he intends to generate revenue from this as well as an artist. Now, it's COVID. COVID-19, performances are going to be on hold, social gathering, all these things. Do you think in any way, the album is going to be impeded in terms of its expansion, growth, after its release?
Not at all, because already with what he's already released, that particular one with the Al-High, like it's doing well.
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot of streams, and for me, it's not about like we are waiting for something to happen. It's all about streaming, and that's where the world is going to. So for me, I don't see anything that's going to stop this particular look. Jay, you have no idea.
I think I also like the promotion, the promotional drive that the team and Stonebwoy himself actually plays behind this. I mean, like you said, we are not in normal time, so for them to actually go the extra mile to ensure that people get to know and hear about it, I think that's impressive as well.
Well, I'm just going to ask my pundits to give me some 1 or 2 Stonebwoy songs from the past. Any songs that you know?
I mean,
you love
the one that really shot him into limelight. Pull Up. I mean, for me, that's it for me.
That
Sobolo,
jam
the
was
recent one.
crazy.
That's the jam.
I love Climax. Like I remember because that time when Stonebwoy released that particular song, he would call me and go like, "Doreen, yo, have you heard the song?" And Charlie, I just can't do without that particular song. Yeah.
You did mention Pull Up. That song was a classic. It was like an opener.
That really catapulted him into mainstream, Ghanaian music and I mean, that gave him the Artist of the Year.
Yeah.
But then Pull Up.
Did you feel like Pull Up was a change in groove with regards to like the regular Stonebwoy, because he had done some collaboration with Irene Logan back in the day as well. And these were all kind of slow grooves until Pull Up came in and sort of.
I mean, every artist has that particular song that shoots you up to the limelight. And I really don't mind about the groove, but it's that song. We remember it because of it's that song that really pushed him to certain mainstream audience. And so that's why we remember. But in regards to the groove, I mean, I'm not really concerned about it.
It was a gradual step. Jay, it was just a gradual step, and it was when it's time, it's time. So it was time for it to happen.
Well, talking about time, it's time for us to start soaking some brand new songs from the man Stonebwoy. So hand it over to him right about now. If you're ready, trust me, Road to Anloga Junction is something you don't want to miss. Over to you, Stone.
Making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run. Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. Hey, peace and care. Johnny Blaze. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Tell me where we gonna. Can't take defeat. Look to the left. Look to the right. I'm thankful for my life. The struggles I've been through, but I keep winning every single fight. So me I go wave my hand keep on them too. We spunky pan them, be woman and booze, we party pan them. This is the story of my life. Good morning to Jamaica. You do me all this favor. I'm chilling in Jamaica, stunting on my hater. Good morning to Jamaica. You do me all this favor. I'm chilling in Ghana. Hey, nobody. Nobody, nobody, tell them, nobody, listen, say, whether you be black, purple or blue, many are called, choosing a few, Rastaman party, we never discriminate, give thanks and jubilate, Rastaman party, from the nose of your clean heart, come take your place, yeah. Money to Jamaica, do me all this favor, I'm chilling in Jamaica, stunting on my head. Good morning, morning to Jamaica, do me all this favor, yeah. I'm chilling in Ghana, stunting on my head, hey. Nobody, boozer. No. Hey, nobody, All right, listen. Look to the left, look to the right. I'm thankful for my life. The struggles I've been through, but I keep winning every. Oh yeah, some of you got job me and keep on them. Chop another one with spanky on them. Human and booze with party on them. This is the story of my life. This is the story of my life. This is the story of my life. Yeah. Oh my kabameka, oh my kabamai saba. I say, oh my kabameka, oh my saba, my saba. Oh my saka, I say, oh my kabameka, oh my kabamai. For my life I go till only pretty girl them alone. Money in a bank when not take no loan. I would have got them to play with it all. Zagandele, nobody takes my tone. Yo. Why for me? Make us spend my money on you, yeah. Sweetie, yeah. I go spend my money. Oh my Kabameka, oh my Zaba, my lover. Amadana, oh my lover. Me say, oh my Kabameka, oh my Zaba, my lover. I say, oh my Kabameka, oh my lover, my lover. Amadana, oh my Kabameka. Me say, oh my Zaba, my lover. That's why, party. For my life, I go chill, yeah. Party. African party. I got a thing I wanna let you know. Yeah. See, you are free understand. I'm never like the mother, but you are free understand me, nah. Baby, you are free understand, yeah. Is it gonna be one day? Loving me night and day.
For the love, boy, give you all my trust, boy. You say you want me, love. Hold it when I give. So make sure when I come to see you, baby, don't pick up that phone.
See, you are free understand. I'm never like the mother, man. You are free understand me, nah. Hey, baby, you are free understand me. Is it gonna be one day?
Loving me
night and day. Can't me understand me now. You have to understand me now. Minima kumenina teruado. You have to understand me now. Understand me now. Minima kumenina teruado. Style can't spoil, baby. No, the love been real from time, baby. Style can't spoil, and you
I'll give a queen what she need every time.
tell them style can't spoil, baby. No, the love been real from time, and you style can't spoil, baby. I give a queen what she need. Well, you are free understand. I'm never like the madam, and you are free understand me, nah. Baby, you have to understand me. Is it gonna be worth it? Loving me night and day. Can't keep my hands off me. Feeling, yeah. You gon' see I'm feeling. The love way I get for you. Anybody test, I go put a 9 This one is called Strength and Hope, and this time we all need God to give us strength and hope. We have to give ourselves strength and hope. It's a track 15 of the album. It's the only reggae song on the album as well. And this is the last one for the day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Big ups to you. You don't know self freedom. You don't know the thing of freedom movement, Beam Nation, Multi TV, You don't know I see you. Big up on yourself. This song is so dear to my heart. I want everybody to be strong in these times now. It's more than what you see, you know. What is going on is more than what you see or hear in the news. So stay woke and keep your eyes open. This is real times, man. Strength and hope. Strength and hope. Strength and hope. You, Jah, I'm a strength, I'm a hope, yeah. Some say they look up onto the mountains, you see? But we look up to the Father God in heaven, you know? Strength and hope. Strength and hope. You, Jah, I'm a strength. You are my strength and hope. Strength and hope. Strength and hope.
You be my strength and hope.
In times like this, I cannot cope, yeah. Jah, give me strength and hope. Strength and hope. Strength and hope, yeah. You be my strength and hope. In times like this, I cannot go. Jah, give me
strength and hope.
You be my strength and hope. In times like this, I cannot cope, yeah.
Jah, give me strength and hope.
Listen. Careful of who you gonna trust in the day, cause in the night you never see them. Only but things we do as mankind, they are well hidden. And anything I don't see, I don't hear. From them things Jah tell me never fear, I'll never know, yeah. What kind of battle Jah fight for me? Strength and hope, strength and hope. You be my strength and hope. In times like this, I cannot cope. Jah, give me strength and hope. Strength and hope. Strength and hope, yeah. You give me strength and hope. In times like this that I cannot cope. Jah, give me strength and hope. When we talk about strength, we know me no strength from the gym. I'm talking strength from within. God in the eye, give me the power to go fight and win. Spiritual battles and things. Whoa, yeah. My hope is not another $1 million from the things that I own. My hope lies in the hands of the Father. Strength and hope, strength and hope, yeah. You be my strength and hope. When Corona come, I cannot cope, my Jah. Jah, give me strength and hope, strength and hope, strength and hope, yeah. You be my strength and hope. In hungry times, I cannot cope, oh my Savior. Jah, give me strength and hope, strength and hope, strength and hope, yeah. You be my strength and hope. In times like this, I cannot cope, no.
Jah, give me strength and hope.
Strength and hope.
Wow. Fantastic, wonderful performance right there. You've just had a chance to sample 4 songs from the brand new album, Alonga Junction, or The Road to Alonga Junction from Stonebwoy. I just wish that if you were a live audience, I asked you to put around, a round of applause for Stonebwoy. Fantastic. But my audience, my guests will help me do that. Fantastic by all standards. You just had a song, African Party. We also had Understand, and then we had Good Morning as well, and the one he just performed. Quick words from you.
For me, there are a few takeaways for me.
Okay.
The vocal delivery, the production, and then the message. Yeah. So, like, different concepts were touched on. And so if you want a party song, you actually get it. If you want a conscious song to actually brood over, you can also enjoy that one as well. So for me, I think quality album.
Wow, quality in the making. Let me see.
Well, I've been tagged by the last one he just performed. For some reason, I'm just sitting here and it's just piercing through my heart. Like, I could actually relate to the lyrics of the song, and I'm really loving it. In fact, this is something different from the usual Stonebwoy. We know what he's capable of doing, but this is excellent. I'm just loving whatever I've heard right now.
Well, do you think that, we checked out the Pistols of Mama, the one before this one. It was crazy. Do you think he's challenged himself beyond reasonable doubts on this album so far from what we've heard?
Yeah, I think the artist himself has already told us that this is different. And based on what we heard thus far, I think clearly this should push him to a certain pinnacle.
and I expect so.
When you hear the name Stonebwoy, just one word, describe it. One word.
There are a lot of words.
One.
Blessed.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Enigmatic. Enigmatic.
Enigmatic. Well, 2 words, best description for Stonebwoy. I'm asking you other to do same as well. Describe him in just one word. Well, let me go over to KMJ. He's now with Stonebwoy. Quick wrapping up before we jump out of here. We still have discussions right now in the studios. Road to Anloga Junction, that's what it is.
All right, so Jay, definitely I'm going to be the latest addition to the Beam Native sound. I'm the new backing vocalist for...
Give me microphone.
I beg. You know, but we'd like to say a big thank you to one special person who's been doing great for many of the arts people in this country, Freedom Jacob Caesar. He's actually somebody that a lot of people know that he's been putting his weight behind lots of these guys who are doing so much. He's also been going around the world and be pushing the Ghana flag and doing his own thing, you know, entrepreneurship and everything. So big shout outs going out to you, Freedom Jacob Caesar, a.k.a. Shedda. Now, there's something freedom movement going about. Stonebwoy's been talking about it and all that. What's the details?
For real. Definitely, like you said, that's a big brother to the industry, and he's seen it all. He's been there, he's done that, and he's still doing it. I think like a kid brother, I find time to vibe with him most often, and the freedom is just about liberating yourself from mental slavery, standing up and knowing who you are as a black person, as a black child. So, you know, when you touch on my songs and a couple things, you realize that we have to link up with people who are actually, who have in-depth knowledge about how to stand up for ourselves, because we all see what are going on in China, you know, regardless of everything, you know. We can't blame our next race for standing up for themselves, because when one man stands for the other, there's a balance. This one goes up, this one must come down. So we also have to make sure that we know what we are, who we are, how we want to live our generations before us, you know, something proper and something profitable. So that's what the freedom movement is about, and I'm a fan of that. I'm a brother of that. So big ups to...
Okay, so that's what it is, but you need to look out for some of the things that will be coming up later on. Now, we're still here, and it's all about the Anloga Junction album listening session. Jay Foley has got another interesting conversation coming up, and Jay, there you go.
Well, KMJ, thank you very much as well. And he rightly said it's a freedom movement. So there are lots of questions to ask Stonebwoy, but hey, you can do that via social media. But right now, I've got Marco Krekumante joining me here, as well as Quickie. How are you COVID-19 dealing? Are you okay? Fine?
Stressful.
Yeah, we are here alive. Mark, let me start off with you real quickly. So I want to talk about content. Now, when you listen to Stonebwoy music, are you impressed with content so far?
Which type of content?
I'm talking lyrical content, I beg your pardon. Thank you very much.
All right.
I know, Mark, when it comes to Mark, you have to be very clear and conscious.
Yes. But unfortunately, you are talking to the wrong person when it comes to content. Okay, I'm very weak.
What do you hear as a layperson?
Because I'm a producer, I hear production. The whole package.
Okay, then let me center production on you. Rhythm, you know, when you listen to a Stonebwoy music, what are you making out of everything?
I think he's done something right. That if all wasn't part of our music, he was able to fuse the African rhythm into reggae or dancehall, and so I'm sure that's why people accepted him. Like a song like Bafira.
Yes.
Bafira is actually not dancehall. You can feel high life, you can feel reggae, you can feel tradition in Bafira. And so that is the unique sound. And anytime an artist wants to penetrate into a market, you can only do so when you're unique.
Great, that's very interesting. I see it's either your DNA is Beam Nation, because you're all clad in your Beam outfit. I'm jealous. I actually want one.
So. Oh, okay. I go to the Beam store.
Yes.
Buy Beam. That's where you can get one of these to buy, because that's where I bought it from. It's actually not for free.
Yes.
That's how much I love Stonebwoy. Wow. I don't wait for him to do things for free for me.
Wow.
So at the launch of the store, I went in there myself and I bought this with my own money. I didn't say that, brother, I need one, give me one. No, I bought it with my money to support him. And that's the reason why I'm here today.
I like that. You're a radio presenter.
Yes,
you play music on radio.
Right.
From what you just heard, you think these songs are ready for public consumption? You're going to get the maximum effect?
See, until 2020, I didn't think that there was anything like COVID-19 that could change our perception about life.
Yes.
So Stonebwoy would probably not come to you as the ordinary musician, bringing you the some kind of saying, you know, the danceable tunes and everything.
Yes.
But when you listen to Stonebwoy, you hear consciousness, you hear awakening, you hear originality, you hear authenticity. And I think that's what the brand stands for, and he's done well representing these same things all over the years.
You think the world is ready for Stonebwoy?
The world is.
I think so, because anytime you want to penetrate, again, you want to cross over into international market, what they look out for is originality. And because it's original, any artist who is original, you are ready for any stage. You just have to add the other variables, like marketing and the right agents and all of that. But if you're original, even our traditional people at the villages, those who play Congo, they are the biggest when you get to the West. It's because it's original. They can't play that kind of music.
On the back of speaking about originality, you realize he's handpicked specific artists to feature in there. I mean, there's some Nigeria in there, there's some US in there. You know, it's all over there. Does this send you a certain message of trying to capture a certain global market?
Because he's choosing ambassadors.
Yeah.
So when you choose an artist from a country like Kerry Hilson, I saw a promo from Kerry Hilson.
Yes.
Correct. And in most circumstances, Kerry Hilson will be promoting Timbaland.
Yeah.
But this time, she's promoting Stone or Stonebwoy. And so you get all these ambassadors like Grams Morgan and all these people in different countries selling the same Stonebwoy to you. And so it's a fine strategy that you can use to penetrate someone's market. They sell you for free.
Do you think it will be right for him to be able to grab some fresh talent from Ghana, drag across into the global stage?
Are you asking if he would be able to, or if he will?
Both. In fact, now you've given me the two options to ask the question, so I'm going to ask. Let's go for both.
I mean, he already started it. We are all here. We are all witnesses to it. He started with, I don't know if he wants me to mention names, but we all know he started with Kelvin Boy.
Yes.
There are other people in the camp who are also coming up. And so if you ask me if he's ready to take people along, why not? He's not a selfish person. That's one thing I know about Stonebwoy.
Okay.
So if he's winning, he would want to win with a couple of people. So if you're out there, you want to be a Stonebwoy, or you want to be more than a Stonebwoy, of course, you can reach out to him or to his management, and I think you'll be able to do that.
She said something very important. If you want to be a Stonebwoy, what do you think it would take to become a Stonebwoy? And I'm asking because of the business angle to this.
I have issues with some of the things she said.
Okay.
What issue do you have?
Kelvin Boy is listening.
I know. Okay. But we are not beefing Kelvin Boy. We are not.
No, we are not beefing. no, we are not beefing Kelvin. No, not at all.
Okay, come again with your question.
No, you said you have issues with some of the things that I said.
Yes. And
what issue do you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would it take to create
another
of a kind? I mean, if anybody wants to be like a Stonebwoy, because there's a lot of business that's gone in there. What kind of business, from your perspective, have you seen that has gone into the making of such a legend?
Okay. The most important of all these is the talent. You must have a talent that is sellable. That's a talent that people need. If you are going to replicate what people already have, we'll go for the original.
Yeah.
So it must be a talent. I remember the first time I met Stonebwoy. It was at the Elite Sports Complex.
Okay.
He approached me and said he was Stonebwoy. I said, Stonebwoy, does he work with a stone quarry or something? And then he says he's a musician.
Okay.
So, oh, never heard of you before. It's okay. This is my CD. So I took the CD.
Yeah.
So I listened to it. It was Pull Up.
Yeah.
Stone, which one was that? Pull Up. Yeah.
Pull Up.
Pull Up.
Okay.
Yeah. Pull Up. I hope you remember.
But that song was groundbreaking.
Yes. But I didn't know Pull Up at the time.
Okay.
So he gave it to me. And you know, he always has a straight, noble, sober face.
Do you think that's a marketing strategy he has to be able to, get into your heart?
And he looks into your eyes when he's talking to you.
Yes, he doesn't change it. Right?
Yes, he looks into your eyes and says, hey,
it's because he doesn't trust nobody. Yeah, he doesn't trust people.
Is it?
Yeah, so he has to look, to read, he has to see behind what he's saying.
I'm getting this headline, he doesn't trust nobody. I'm yet to ask him if he does. Though.
When women say that about men, we should be careful.
We should be careful.
Yes. he doesn't trust too many.
So he left.
Yeah.
After months, he saw me again somewhere after VGMA.
Yeah.
again into my eyes and say, boss, why you treat me like that?
Oh.
I said, me? See, yeah, VGMA. My hard work wasn't appreciated. So I remember what I told you. I said, the award is not very important for now. There's more ahead. Work hard. It will come naturally. Don't worry.
I like that. Give me one do and one don't that you want to put to Stonebwoy, because he's here in the studio, he's listening. Piece of advice from Cookie T.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, tough. Mark, you better be next, because
that's very tough. let Mark go. Advice for Stonebwoy. Do,
one
don't.
do and one don't.
Okay, one do.
Yes.
Oh no, I'll start with a don't.
Okay.
Don't stop being original and very authentic. Don't stop it.
Okay.
And then one do. So
he has to keep the era vibe going, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to keep the era side going.
Okay, that's tribalistic, though. I'm sure the Hausa, the Fanti, the Akans are going to take a swipe at
But you see,
this
when
one.
he does,
Charlie.
Charlie.
The ever has some.
It has some Sumbi Weche, right?
I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah, the ever
What about you, Mark? Before I wrap up.
The do's and don'ts?
Yeah, one do, one don't.
Okay, let me get a don't.
Yes.
It should never get complacent. That is about the downfall of almost every top artist in the world. Not just Ghana, in the world. Bobby Brown was pitched as the next Michael Jackson, but he never got there. Yeah. And then they do make people matter.
Yes.
That is the do.
Yes.
He should make sure people matter.
Let me get him to join us on set now. Before we wrap up. Yes, please. So, the man at the moment.
I think I'll stand by the boss. I remember very well that day. You know what happened? I actually drove from. I mean, I was really close to Prince Tego at the time.
Yeah.
So I was watching TV and I, sorry to say, jump. There's so much we have to speak, and this is the road to Angloga Junction. So sometimes we can spill some things out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was furious. I was hurt, like, yo. So I drove from East Legon to Happy FM. Just wanted to question this man and say, boss, why? Because most often I believe that sometimes I feel like people should get to know me better.
Yeah.
Then they can also understand me. But I now have grown to realize that sometimes it can't be like that, because they don't live with you. They don't really know it. They don't sit inside of you. But gradually, you can send that who you are in time, in a matter of time, by how you take what they say. So in the end, this is Mr. Okeko Mante here. He's dealt with music all the whole time. I grew up hearing his name as a record producer. I think from my school, I witnessed the last batch of people get paid money for their records, which was Okonfor Kwade, because I was in SS, Book Back Bright, Tic Tac.
Yeah.
I was literally like a studio boy for all these man them still, because I was in SS at the time. So I saw them write checks for their albums, but my time came up and there's no producers, nobody. Nothing. You have to face the wall and push it. So I'm really grateful for how far we have come, and I have come as an artist. But trust me, there's story to be told.
Oh yes, oh yes, a big story to be told. Hey, thank you so much for joining us on this session. We've had 2 straight hours with you. Big shouts going out to KMJ as well, and the entire production team from Multimedia for pulling this one off. To Logi Travel and Toss as well. Freedom Movement, right?
Then thanks to all the designers on the staff. I use 80% of the people I worked on an album with are Ghanaians. If you guys think are Ghanaians, the whole album was mastered by Gazi.
Yes.
You know, on that level, big up to Master Gazi.
Big up to Master Gazi. Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, time has run out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
We gotta go.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Finally, the album is active. Kerry Hilson video drops tomorrow as well. You get all the exclusives behind the scenes and all. This is not that kind of feature where they don't help you push the thing.
Give a rapper a mic and it will never end. We're done. We're out of here. Big shout out to our team units as well.
Tell me where we're gonna run to. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we're gonna run. Rebel